In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. Bountiful Father of love, we will offer our tribute of praise and the glorious gifts of his love and the blessings that hallow our days. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. Teacher, a hooker and a preacher, riding on a midnight bus bound for Mexico. One was headed for vacation, one for higher education, and two of them were searching for lost souls. That driver never ever saw the stop sign, and 18-wheelers can't stop on a dime. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not 4 of them, heaven only knows. I guess it's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go. That farmer left a harvest, a home and 80 acres, and faith and love for growing things in his young son's heart. And that teacher left her wisdom in the minds of lots of children, and did her best to give them all a better start. And that preacher whispered, "Can't you see the promised land?" as he laid his blood-stained Bible in that hooker's hand. And there are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not 4 of them, heaven only knows. It's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go. That's the story that our preacher told last Sunday as he held that blood-stained Bible up for all of us to see. He said, "Bless the farmer and the teacher and the preacher who gave this Bible to my mama, who read it to me." There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not 4 of them, now I guess we know. It's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway.
need our spirit-filled preachers to teach us right from wrong. We need some old-fashioned seekers who'll pray all night long. We need some good gospel singing to help us go another mile. And the church will triumphant, and we'll go home in a little while. It'll be worth it after all, child. It'll be worth it after all. After all of these trials, we'll hear Jesus call. It'll be worth it after all, child. It'll be worth it after all. After all of this climbing, it'll be worth it after all.
When you're down in the valley, praying is all that I can do, that the Lord send deliverance and strengthen you. But when you're up on that mountain, you see me struggling alone. Lift my name up to Jesus. Let's help each other make it home.
And it'll be worth it after all, child. It'll be worth it after all. After all of these trials, we're gonna hear Jesus call. It'll be worth it after all, child. It'll be worth it after all. After all of this climbing, it'll be worth it after all. After all of this climbing, it'll be worth it after all.
Hopeless and you feel you're falling apart, and you think this world left you behind. On your knees you keep wondering why. Regrets flooded your heart and weary mind. Sometimes we live in uncertainties. It may be your choice or accidentally. Trouble rolls like a wheel on our way, and we have to rise and start all over again. In every test we have a choice. fail, there is a calling voice. In every will, there's always a way. There's hope waiting at the end of the day. Move on to the bright side. Move on to the bright side. Move on to the bright side of life. Break, change, and unlock doors. We build bridges and tear down.
Mga kaibigan, good morning po sa inyo lahat. Oras po natin ay 20 minutes after 10 in the morning sa programang Isang Guni Mo kay Vice Mayor Attorney Lowan. Good morning po. Kasama niyo po si Mr. G at syempre ang ating butihing Vice Mayor dito sa Baguio City, Attorney Lowan. Hello po, sir. Good morning po.
Yes, good morning to all the fans of Isang Guni Mo kay Vice Mayor Tino Oloan. In the city of Baguio, Benguet, the Cordilleras, the Philippines, and the whole world. Kasi maraming nanonood po sa atin sa programa po natin every Saturday 10 o'clock to almost 12 o'clock in the morning. Of course, to the management of Call Radio Station 97.5, magandang umaga rin po. And of course to my co-host William Garado, naimbag nga agsapa. To our guest this morning, the Vice President for Administration, Dr. Perfecto Lopez, and at the same time the Dean of the Graduate School of Baguio Central University. Naimbag nga agsapam apo, Doc.
Good morning, Attorney Vice Mayor.
Good morning, Dr. Lopez. Kumusta po, Doc?
Good morning. We are fine.
At pag-usapan po natin po, Doc, po ngayon yung advisory po ng BCU. Doc, maraming nanonood pala sa BCU. Paki-greet daw po sila.
First of all, our President and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of Baguio Central University and her family would like to extend her warm regards to Attorney Vice Mayor Faustino Olowan. Regards daw, sir.
Thank you. I am part also of a BCU family.
Yes, to all our employees, our students, our members of the management team, the members of the Board of Trustees of Baguio Central University, headed by our President, Madam Margarita Cecil Darillera. Baguio Central University is actually celebrating its 75th jubilee this year.
Wow, congratulations po.
Very old school.
We have lined up several anniversary activities, and fortunately, because we have been planning activities since last year for the 75th. We were supposed to have our grand opening this June. However, we are not sure if everything will go all right because of this pandemic. And this June 10, we are celebrating or commemorating the birth anniversary of the founder, Dr. Margarita Fernandez. And on August 15 will be our charter anniversary. That's the time the date when BCU was given its university status. Yes. And on December 5 this year is the founding anniversary, the 75th anniversary of Baguio Central University. So to all our friends of Cool Radio 97.5, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Congratulations po.
Yeah, congratulations. We congratulate the BCU family in its 75th anniversary. Mabuhay po kayo.
Thank you po.
Sir, so many questions coming in right now straight to my messenger, one of which happens to be, ano daw po ang inyong advisory para po sa ating mga estudyante? Dr. Lopez.
First, we had our management meeting last May 20 to finalize our plans, which we had last May 4 regarding the conduct of activities of the university. We also conducted a survey for our students regarding this flexible learning options for delivery. Yes, and well, we received several comments, several reactions from our students through the online or the survey that we had online.
Sir, one question, Vice Mayor. Vice Mayor, you taught long time ago sa BCU. So, the same background daw po. Sabi po na isang listener po dito sa ating hotline.
Oo naman, and it's good to teach in that university. Then the most powerful woman is then Ma'am Margarita Fernandez, in which of course I am part of I'm one of their lawyers actually in Baguio Central University. So I've handled some of the few cases involving the university, but ito mga regarding labor problems at naayos naman natin. So that's my role at I also studied at Baguio Central University. In fact, during our time as students, we are part of the student leaders before that march in the entire city of Baguio, renouncing the statement of then Mayor Labo, stating among others that we, the indigenous Igorot people, are sometimes disrespectful, which we march. So we are the leaders that marched to City Hall and said, Mr. Mayor, we do not want that kind of statement. At the end, he apologized to us, and that is what we have done during our student days at the Baguio Central University.
Mga kaibigan, kung meron ba kayong mga katanungan para ba kay Dr. Lopez, meron naman pong Dr. Lopez, may katanungan po rito. Ayan, paano daw po yung grades daw po ng mga estudyante kasi nagkaroon po tayo ng suspension of classes. Paano daw po yung scheduling po ng BCU?
Yes, if you remember, Baguio Central University is one of the several schools that adopted the August to May school calendar.
Ayaw po.
Yes, so for our basic education, practically they will be ending this May or June, first week of June, while our it's only the graduate school that did not follow the August, because many or majority of our students in the graduate school come from the public schools and government offices.
Government employees.
So we did not schedule our graduate school classes same as our undergrad and basic ed. So we remain in the June to March school calendar. Okay, so with regards the grades of our students, practically when the ECQ, I think, was instituted or implemented, it was March 12 in the afternoon.
Ayaw po.
Okay. In the graduate school, our finals was supposed to be March 20. Because we only hold classes every Saturday. So
Yes,
the
sir.
last lecture day was March 14. But for our undergrad, we only finished up to Wednesday of our midterm examinations. So in the university, we have 4 grading periods in the undergrad. We have the prelims, the midterm, the pre-finals, and the final examinations. In the graduate school, we only have the midterms and the finals. So we, in our meeting with our deans and our management team, we tried to devise how we could be able to reach out to our students regarding how they are going to complete the second semester of the school year 2019-2020. Okay, so there were teachers who went on the flexible learning options. So we gave our students, our faculty, the instructions to reach out our students through any possible online or offline method or mode of delivery.
So, in short, Doktor, bali binigyan niyo po ang mga faculty or faculty members sa university to reach their students on special arrangement for the completion of the semester.
Yes, Vice Mayor. Many of our faculty went into creating group chats.
Wow.
Some went into teleconferencing. Others came out with the what do you call this? The text brigade.
No.
Yeah, because in our survey, 82% of our respondents only have the mobile phones.
Yes.
So, if I were the teacher, I have the lesson. I will pass it to you, and then
You accomplish.
Yes, and then we employ what we call the text brigade. If that's the fastest way of doing things.
Wala ba kayong policy, Doc, na for example, ano bang what they have accomplished? In almost patapos na yung semester kasi, di ba?
Yes.
Then, kung anong na-accomplish nila, yun ang isumatutan nyo na kukunin ang grades nila.
So those who have the access to the internet, okay?
Oh.
If I give you the lecture today, you can give me the activity
Yeah.
later.
Siguro sa mga estudyanteng walang problema, for example, they have high grades, pwedeng mag-apply yon.
Yes.
Ang problema, itong mga may mga failing grades o yung mga iba hindi pa naka-exam ng midterm or prelim. Sa ganon, ay mo kaya sana kukuha pupulot ng grades nila, di ba?
Ganon din po, Vice Mayor, yung instruction, yung teachers through the possible means of providing our students, okay, the materials, the flexible
Maybe ang pwede natin
they can submit those who do not have the capability of using the internet, they can submit their printouts or their printed materials when they come this June. In case they come this June.
so that
Those who are they may not be allowed to come in, so what I said is we will put a drop box at the gate of the university.
okay.
Yes, for their printout, and we observe the leniency on this submission. Okay, we did not make use of deadlines. Okay.
Ayun. So, in short, wala pang nakapagsa-submit ng kanilang mga grado. So,
They're already.
okay.
Yes. They also submit their grades online.
siguro, problema tayo, Doktor, siyempre, you may discuss for the listeners yung mga what will you do next? Kasi papasok na yung school year for the first semester, itong mga elementary, itong mga, I think BCU has elementary grade school,
From kinder to
kinder, then senior students.
Yes,
Until, siguro yung mga guidelines nyo, pwede mong i-discuss para sa mapakinggan itong nakikinig sa programa natin, Doc.
Well, thank you, Vice Mayor. During our meeting, yes, we are going to offer short-term classes like what we usually call the summer. However, because we have to observe some protocols, okay, we had to look into possibilities like for our undergraduate students, what we said is we prioritize the scheduling of subjects first, because we have our graduating students this school years. So I said we decided that we will offer first the subjects that are needed by our graduating students. Second is those subjects that are really scheduled for summer. Because in the curriculum, there is that portion there, in the curriculum, the subjects that are offered during summer term only. And then the third will be if there are deficiencies of graduating students, because our graduating students are our priority. Yes, because we have to graduate the second sem graduating students, because we have the 2 semesters. Already those who graduated last or finished their courses last first semester, they're just waiting for what we usually call the graduation ceremonies.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Katulad din, may mga high school graduating students at
Yes,
saka yung mga senior graduating students. So, parehas din ang programa ninyo. Pina-prioritize nyo para, kung baga, makamarcha sila.
Sana attorney. But because of restrictions like mass gathering,
Yes, sir.
we said we are going to have the graduation, but not yet on the date. We are not yet definite on the date because we have to wait for the assessment after May 31, isn't it, attorney?
Yes.
And maybe we will, as I said last Wednesday, maybe we can adapt what PME did during their graduation. Okay. We will schedule the receiving of the diploma only. Okay. For example, 8 to 9 would be the graduating students of College of Engineering. 9:30 to 10:30 the College of Criminology, because based on the number of graduates to comply with the
Requirements.
physical distancing
Oh.
during mass, if that would be possible later on.
Kahit hindi nakasali yung mga parents.
Hindi na. sabi ko nga baka yung din na lang ang nandoon. Kaya tao kami ng tao na sir, hindi naman pwede. Parang gano'n. So limited yung that's the plan. But this plan would just remain as planned based on what will happen after May 31.
Yeah, we understand the sacrifices of our schools, the students, as well as the faculty members for the sake of complying with the basic requirements, and that is, of course, to save life because of this pandemic problem.
Especially, attorney, if I may, on the part of our faculty and students, especially our faculty. For example, on the online, I will call you. Faustino, we'll have our conference at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Then your answer, sir, ma'am, mahina po ang signal namin ng 8. Malakas lang sa 10 o'clock tonight. So you can just imagine. So what will I do? I have to adjust to your, and it will take, diba? Puyat yun on the part of the faculty.
Yeah.
As far as the online delivery is concerned, especially that what you call the teleconferencing or the one-on-one.
In fact, kung minsan we agree, we are also experiencing it in the city council. Kung mayroon kaming, of course, the senior citizen councilors will always be on the teleconference, and sometimes nawawala sila, and it will delay the proceedings in the Sangguniang Panlungsod, but of course we accommodate them. Ganun din siguro ang nangyayari ngayon sa mga teachers, mga faculties natin. So we salute you, the faculty members of Baguio Central University.
I look into the situation. Yun nga, may iba na magsabi na matira ang malakas ang signal. Because during the teleconference, maybe there are 5 or 6 students. Then all of a sudden, one will be out, other will be unclear. Then ikaw na mas malakas ang signal, ikaw ang maiiwan.
Yeah, I think yun ang mga problema natin.
These are the
Then,
challenges of the
of
online.
course, not all students can afford with this. Karamihan sa mga estudyante ay nandyan sa probinsya. Kung minsan walang signal lang sa text, so pwede naman yon. That is the most efficient way of doing it, no?
Natututo po ako, Dr. Lopez, troubleshooter ho talaga kayo. Mga kaibigan, 20 minutes bago mag-alas 11 ng umaga, sa mga questions po, sa mga walang data, Dr. Lopez, walang internet, meron po kayong cellphone. Yan po, 0909-579-7273. You may text your questions now. And Vice Mayor, greetings po muna tayo ng konti. Ang dami po nakikinig sa ating radio program po.
Yeah, of course, may mga kaibigan natin na gusto na lang natin I can read in the screen the respective names. Naimbag nagsapa kada tayo amin, apo. My best friend, Mark Ilacad, Catherine Atiwag, Carlos Kimpay, Los Belinda Morrison, good morning ma'am. Dali Sitchis, Salvador, and Sabian Shampulay, Matthew Nangos Fitz, Dina Malaso, Diaz Orsos. We have also Regio Mercado, Yolanda Gutierrez, Edgardo de la Cruz, of course, Kathleen Atiwag, Carlos Kimpay. Good morning sa inyong lahat.
Saying also good morning, Sir Lopez. Galing kay Catherine. Vice Mayor, marami pa pong mga greetings.
Of course, good morning again to Mr. Pat Banayat, sir. Of course, Claire Buglusan, Elizabeth Yudila, Gigi Muscoila, Ihon, Jeffrey Villanueva, Linda Saputen Laminto. Good morning. Naimbag nagsapat tayo amin, apo.
At Dr. Lopez, meron pong mensahe para kay Vice Mayor. Kayo na lang po magbabasa, Dr. Lopez, para po kay Vice Mayor. Ayan po, Dr. Lopez.
From Edgardo de la Cruz, good morning po Sir Vice Mayor. Katto at malpas di lockdown, midito sa Samurya. I passed through Piburgos a while back. Yes, and that Pisamura going up is still marked lockdown.
Of course.
2 weeks coming lockdown on COVID positive at ngamin di sagmamanong pasaway. God bless and more power to your radio program. From Edgardo de la Cruz.
The mayor will, of course, withdraw the lockdown if the residents have improvements in their daily activities. So, pasensya kayo ta Samura, mabuhay kayong lahat. Please comply with the basic requirements tapno kastakat man-left the lockdown nyo dita. Naimbag nagsapa tayo amin.
Actually, Vice Mayor, that's also the apprehension of our parents, especially in the basic education group. While I think this is the sentiment of many of our parents nationwide. You must have read what you call this petitions of parents, teachers who are parents to the Department of Education because of this apprehension. And many, even in our situation, many are telling us we would rather skip 1 year.
Yeah. If that is the way it look like, hopefully the second wave of coronavirus will not be experienced in the Philippines. Maybe our technical people or the expert people are looking at it, and maybe we can come up with guidelines as we are still this is a learning lesson to all of us, and I hope that this experience will guide us in another way of good governance.
As I said in our meeting last Wednesday with the management, everybody is experimenting on things. Okay? Walang magaling ngayong panahon na ito. Hindi pwedeng ako ang magaling sa flexible learning modality or whatever. Everything is being experimented by schools, and that is one of our concern, because of our students coming out with their feedback that while it's true that they appreciate the online and offline, many are still saying they would rather go for a face-to-face than but we said at this time medyo problema pa yung face-to-face. If there are face-to-face, maybe what I recommended to the management is maybe if the class is MWF, we will meet MW only. And before the end of the Wednesday period, we will give you assignments. You can, because you also provided them our e-library. They have their e-library.
Yeah, maganda yon. But as I said, it will be again disadvantageous who are poor students, because they do not have the logistic. They do not have the of course the equipments. Siguro nakikita ko dyan as being practiced in graduate schools, that is very effective. Pero yung mga elementary, kindergarten na ganun, mukhang hindi. We still need the traditional way of teaching.
That's true, attorney, but we have our restrictions at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope everything will change. After the May 31, I hope that things will be all right, just like what Dr. William Occidental said.
Yes.
While the Santo Niño is being prepared, the staff are there, sana walang pasyente. And kung walang pasyente daw, ibig sabihin niyan, maganda ang situation sa Baguio City as far as the COVID situation is concerned.
Actually, nakikita ko dito, Doktor, is yung discipline.
Yes.
Tignan mo, nung dyan, kumukuha ng passes dyan sa City Hall, medyo takot sila. Pero nung itinransfer sa police, nako, the distancing are not being followed, etc., etc. So, we are defeating the purpose of what we are doing today.
Actually, our essential offices will start opening officially on Tuesday, because Monday is a national holiday. Yes. And we inspected the office. In the register, there are only 6 of them. So the 2-meter distance is even possible. Okay? And nobody among them would face one another. Okay? In the accounting, because this is the partner of the registrar. Remember, the registrar will be issuing credentials to our students, especially those who have already finished their courses last first semester. Those who would request for certificate of grades that they finished, in case they would transfer to another school this coming school year. And that is our apprehension. Because while it's true that in our survey, many or majority of our respondents said they will be coming back. Yes. But our question is, remember there are also requirements in the travel of our students and even our employees and faculty. Okay.
You know, Doctor, in the City Council, we approve an ordinance on distancing.
Yes.
And if you look at the Facebook, marami pa rin nagbabraso, nagbabas sa amin na bakit ipinasayan. But I countered Doc na sabi ko, this is good for us. We are going to be disciplined, and it can promote tourism in the city of Baguio. Imagine, itong mga distancing natin, kukuluran lahat at doon ka lang tatayo. Kung saan in every government of the city or private individuals, kung mayroon yan, they will be asking, tourists will be asking that the people of Baguio are disciplined, and it will also promote tourism in the city of Baguio.
Actually, in the university, we have already planned what we are going to do on the physical distancing. For example,
Ayun.
there will be from the entrance of the university, nandun na yung pan, di ba? Yung
Yes,
you step
yes,
on it, and then
yes.
before you enter, meron yung temperature scanner. So sabi ko sa in charge, pag medyo 37.5 na,
Ayun.
medyo itabi nyo muna dito and then rest for a while and then recheck. Okay? It could be that while I was walking, I was exposed to sunshine, okay? And it might have affected my temperature. Ganun. So nandoon, merong arrows for going in, may arrows going out. Okay? So sabi ko, going up the stairs, kailangan on my third step, doon ka lang papasok sa first step.
Ayun.
At hindi tayo pwedeng magsabay, paakyat, parang gano'n. So, we institute the two-way lanes. So, yung paakyat doon sa bagong side ng building. And then yung going down doon sa old side ng building, parang gano'n. And then we'll be meeting our maintenance people on May 30 to plan out what we're going to do as far as our other PPEs are concerned, the protection and so forth and so on. And in the work schedule, maybe we will not follow the 8 to 5. One, because of the transportation problem, attorney.
Yes, that's
While the schedule is 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., remember, the reduction of passengers to be ferried from the barangay to the city, the central business district. Okay?
normally,
Oh,
pila-pila
yes.
na naman yan.
Oh, lalong hahaba yung pila. Because the jeep can only carry, instead of the 20, 10 lang.
Mas maganda naman, Doc, kung if you will have a policy, na magkaroon kayo na lang ng shall we say shuttle van para yung mga empleyado ihatid doon sa destination at sa bahay. You can arrange that also, and that is a good di ba? Maganda yon.
It can be. It can be arranged, attorney.
And that should be part of the benefits of the faculties.
Yung sinakyan ko nga, yung ambulance para walang inspection.
Vice Mayor, nakikinig ko pala si Madam President po ng BCU, Vice Mayor
okay.
po ngayon, and family.
Ay, thank you, ma'am. We are here. Nandito si Dr. Lopez. Pinag-uusapan namin on the policies that should be adopted in coordination with the city government of Baguio. Para sa ganon, if we toe the line, then we will have a direction.
BCU would like to assure our Vice Mayor that we will abide by the mandate of the city government.
Okay. Thank you, Dr.
Dr. Lopez, merong mensahe para kay Vice Mayor. Kayo na lang po magbabasa, Dr. Lopez.
Pinaghihirapan mo ko.
Greetings po tayo.
From Owen Marquez, good morning po, Vice Mayor Olowan. Watching from Cambodia.
Cambodia.
Thank you for going live. Kahit pa paano po, updated kaming nasa abroad. God bless you everyone. Sana ganito palagi. No? Ang lahat ng mga estudyante natin.
Thank you rin.
The facility of technology. So walang problema. So
Yun
we
nga
go
po
to the classroom-less education already, di ba? Sabi nga nung anak ko noon Dad, ito na yata yung sinasabi noon na baka mawawala ng school. All you have to do is go to a department store, buy all of these things, and then online na lang.
Online na lang po, transaction.
Actually, it's being done, but sometimes it's not regulated. So maybe really the Department of Education could come up with modules so that it may or it may not be adopted by different schools, private universities, and colleges in the Philippines.
I think, Attorney Vice Mayor, the DepEd is preparing modules. Yes, modules. And they are even posting on Facebook some webinars, tutorials on how to go about these things. Meron yung sinasabi nila yung DepEd Commons
Ayaw po.
na sinasabi nila na may napiprint na materials, doon ka pupunta. Mayroong mga options kung pang grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, senior high, junior high, mga ganun. And then mga subjects na pwede.
Yun ang maganda.
Yun daw ang DepEd Commons.
Galing.
Mm.
Mabuhay po ang DepEd. Pinapasalamatan pala natin mga kaibigan ng Clean Fuel. Yan, maraming salamat po sa inyong tulong nakaraan. 30 sacks of rice. They have branches Magsaysay, Bukaucan, La Trinidad as well. And also saying thank you to Medrano's Apartel, MG Medrano Rice Center. Maraming salamat mga kaibigan. Vice Mayor, meron pong mensahe po para po sa inyo dito. Ayan. Actually, so many messages eh. Charito Dolormente, good morning Vice Mayor, how are you doing today? Isang pagbati po para po sa inyo.
Of course, I'm doing fine.
At Vice Mayor, more greetings po tayo po ngayon. Ito po.
Yeah, thank you for the greetings to the program o isang gulo mo kay Vice Mayor Tino Oloan. Of course, we have here good morning to Lisa Butale, Rosalie, Jesali Salmorin, Johnny Espino, Michael Imarinas, Mayor G, Anicheli Bastawan, Milani Santiago, Jacob Pataksil, Christine Smabi. Good morning sa inyong lahat po.
Ito, pahabol na po, Vice Mayor.
We have here Grace Abance, Lourdes David, Ben Saknit, Saldi Amistad, Dolores Canubas, Phipps Marasigan, Rodjon Marquez, Artemio Sakyaten, and Greg Parocha, Margie Tayoba, Manuel Norte Aliaga Jr. Naimbang nagsapa tayo amin, Apo.
Grabe, Dr. Lopez, ang dami yung tagahanga. Si Dr. Lopez po kasi maraming dumaan po sa kanya. Maraming dumaan sa kanyang classroom. Doc, no? Meron po nagpapatanong po rito, Doc, pagdating naman, ito, i-flash nga po sa screen. Mr. G, good morning si Dr. Lopez. Naging estudyante niya ako long time ago. Ayoko na sabihin kung anong year yon. Sabi, sa UB, naging estudyante niya rin po, Doc. Ito, paano daw po yung mga naka-enroll sa internship na gagraduate? Paano daw po yung kanilang basis po sa pagbibigay daw po ng grades?
Doon sa internship, kasi may maraming courses na may internship. Yung sa education, yung practice teaching nila.
Yeah, po.
So, when you go to practice teaching, practically you have already finished all your academic requirements. Okay, and before the what do you call this, the implementation of the ECQ, what they are doing is just to submit their portfolio, the requirements. The same is true with the criminology.
Mag-intern din sa
nurses. Unfortunately, yung mga nursing interns natin were prohibited to go back to their hospital assignments. Yes.
Okay.
So the dean of the college had to devise with the faculty programs, activities that will comply with the required number of hours.
So,
Same is true with in the business administration, OJT and HRM.
ayun ang mga problema natin na dapat it should be experienced by these students or intern students kasi kailangan nila yon as part of the basic education, pero wala, so probably pwede naman silang mag-observe later, or they have been doing it before this COVID-19. For the information of the public, I think the GCQ will end on 31 of May. Then we will go to the so-called modified GCQ. So I do not know the guidelines. We will know from after May 31. We have invited Secretary Galvez last Tuesday, and that is his pronouncement to the Cordillera people.
The same is true with the BCO attorney, Vice Mayor, that we will we have planned already activities of the university for the summer and for the coming school year, including our 75th anniversary activities. Okay, but as I said, we have to wait for the assessment of the result of the assessment after May 31. Yeah. So because our activity will be dependent on what will be the result of the assessment in Baguio City.
Yes.
I hope that we'll go to a better situation.
Sa tingin ko may mga, of course, we are going back to the normal situation but gradually, no? Unti-unti na tayong bumabalik doon para hindi natin nga ma-experience itong second wave of COVID-19. So, yon ang programa ng gobyerno, including the city of Baguio.
Mga kaibigan, we're talking about advisory from BCU. Vice Mayor Dr. Lopez, may gusto pong kumuha ng inyong opinion daw po. Ito medyo issue ngayon po ito eh. I-flash ko po sa screen. Ito. Mr. G, paki-ask nga po ang opinion ni Vice Mayor Lowan at Dr. Lopez about yung pinupush daw po ng CHED na by August daw po, opening of classes. Dr. Lopez, ano daw po ang inyong opinion sa bagay po na ito?
Sorry. As part as the opening of classes this August, because actually